Sarah Maley, Ilion, New York. Law enforcement abuse. Criminal court corruption.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
ready?
We're rolling.
Go.
Go.
Okay. You ready to go? All right. So Sarah, you've seen the tape.
I have.
Tell me about it. Tell me what you saw. So we've got the tape now, but we can't play it here, so we'll be playing it. Tell me what it is we're all going to see.
Us all going into the bar, and a couple of the guys going in the bathroom, Joey standing outside the bathroom, them attacking Joey and bringing him outside, my husband leaving the bathroom 29 seconds later and going out the back door, and that's pretty much the end of the tape. A couple of the other guys being dragged to the floor, and then that's it. Did you want to go over there with Mimi?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, hold on, please. Here, take your hat.
You gonna go? Gotta get your hat. All right. That's Mimi. All right. All right. So you were there,
I was.
and there was what, 6 of you?
Yes.
Okay. So say as a soundbite, I was one of the 6 people who went into the whatever it is name of the bar in Mohawk
Mm-hmm.
in 2000. Was it 9?
Yes.
If you would give me all of that as a soundbite.
It was me and my husband and 4 other guys from the club. We stopped in the bar. We've been there a million times before, never had any issues. We actually went there on our wedding night as one of the bars. We went in. A couple of the guys went straight to the bathroom. And it just went from there.
I mean, did you sense when you went in that there was anything out of the
No.
ordinary?
No,
It seemed like
People-
1,000,001 time you'd been there.
correct. Yep.
Is it a very big bar? How many people?
No, it's not big at all. There was probably a lot more people in there than there should have been because there was a band playing. So it was very crowded. The bathroom, the guy's bathroom door is right by the back of the bar. There's the back door that's right there. So it was very close to the back door where they could just grab Joey and take him out of the back of the bar.
When did you realize something was happening?
When I came out of the bar and didn't really see any of the guys in there. And then I went outside and it was pretty much all over. By the time I got out there, the cops were pulling up. I did witness one of the people punch my husband in the face as the cop was pulling up, and of course nothing was done about that.
This was the person who was read his rights?
No, I believe it was his brother, who's a school teacher. And I guess the manager of the bar.
So when it all started, were you at a table or?
No, I believe I was in the bathroom
Okay.
also. And then when I came out,
Then you didn't see anybody.
right.
And
And I could tell everybody was outside.
Okay, so you went outside. Tell me what happened from then.
When I got outside, I saw Joey on the ground, the 3 Keelers, the 2 brothers, the father, and my husband, and a pile of people just fighting. And then the cops pulled up and everybody stopped and kind of walked their own way, and that's when one of the Keelers punched my husband. And then,
Was it a sucker punch?
yes, my husband was walking away.
Is that in the video?
No, the video is only inside the bar. They don't have videos outside the bar. And I guess that's our downfall because we didn't get any of that on tape.
Well, the one thing I've learned, I've probably interviewed 250 people on the trip so far, is record anything and everything
Right.
that you can.
Yes.
I've actually got a pair of glasses that has a 64 gigabyte hard drive in the stem, and I can press the little button, go
Good
into places
idea.
where they say you can't have cameras.
Right.
I didn't bring them today, but I bought special for the trip. So the police come, and tell me what happened once they came from your perspective.
Everybody was separated. Everybody asked everybody what happened. We explained what happened, and we were told to go home. So we did.
And they issued no citations. They read one person his rights. Did they even take him to jail?
No.
Read him his rights and let him go home.
Correct.
And fill out any paperwork?
No. I believe the police asked us all of our names and addresses, and that was it.
What was Tyler's temperature at this point?
I mean, obviously he was upset. Joey was hurt. He was bleeding. My husband wasn't hurt at all.
Okay. So, do you think that did the thought even cross his mind, or did you discuss whether he thought he'd done anything wrong? When did that discussion take place, if ever?
It didn't, because he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, his friend was being attacked, and that's what you do.
Okay. And the video makes that just crystal clear.
Yes.
All right. Tell me about Joey.
He's a good guy. I mean, they both had very good jobs. My husband worked at UPS. It's the only job he's ever had. And now he's a convicted felon. Joey worked for, I believe, the federal government. And he obviously lost his job also. So.
Tell me about Joey's disability.
He's deaf. These guys say that they were yelling and screaming at him to get away from the bathroom door. He can't hear you. He's deaf. That was the first time he was ever in the bar. So I don't think that they realized that he was deaf until after the whole situation.
Were you aware whether or not the police were aware of that once they arrived?
I don't believe that they were until later on.
After they pressed charges?
No, I believe that they knew. I mean, once they got there, they realized that. And
Okay. So once the police got to the bar, they realized that Joey was dead?
Yes.
I mean, how could they talk to him?
right, they really couldn't.
Okay. So they knew.
Right.
So when he was arraigned, the police knew that. they were
Oh,
dealing with-
absolutely. Yes.
And this is the tape that exists that we've got now. This was from the bar's cameras.
Correct.
So the perpetrators, the true perpetrators' cameras are the one that provided this
Correct.
video. Did they attempt to hide it or to destroy it, or
No.
they're so brazen they just produce it?
Yes.
What does that tell us?
Mohawk's very small. I don't know if he's the chief of police or whatever he is very close with the family. Their kids all grew up together. Everybody knows everybody. One of them's a school teacher in the village of Alien. He's also a football coach for the Alien football team. The district attorney's son is also on the football team. So.
Well, now, if it were me, and you tell me what you would have done. If you were the bar owner, and this had taken place, and the police don't press any charges or anything, I think I would probably want that tape to disappear just so that there wouldn't be any chance of anybody seeing it.
You would think so. But obviously they had 2 weeks to discuss it and figure out what they were going to do and what was going to happen. So.
When did you first see the tape? When did the family first see the video?
It was a while.
Did the
Months.
attorneys have to subpoena it or
Yes.
something in order to get it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So So they didn't just mail you a copy and say,
No.
here's the picture of us beating up Joey.
No.
Okay. When you saw it for the first time, what was your reaction?
I knew, I mean, that's what everybody said that happened, so I kind of knew. I knew my husband wasn't involved until he actually got outside, and that made that clear. He just came out of the bathroom and looked and just walked out the door.
Okay, I think what you said at first there is really important. You were given reports from the various people of what happened.
Correct.
You, of course, had your own perspective, which was you didn't see anything to go
Right.
outside. And so the reports that you were given were totally matched what ended up being on the video. Which,
Yes.
did you guys even know there was a video back then?
No.
So everybody involved tells a story, and the story is true, and the video comes out and it proves that it's true.
Right.
Could I get you to say that so it's you saying it instead of me?
I was told one story. We figured out that there was a video, and the video pretty much told the same story, that it was correct.
And the video came like several months later,
Correct.
and you weren't aware there was a video.
No. We were, before we got it, yes, we were told that there was a video.
All right, let's go again to what happened there in the bar, from what you saw on the video. As it's been described to me, it was like somebody was talking to the back of Joey's head.
One of the Keeler brothers, who I guess is considered a bouncer there, which they were all drinking and playing darts, walked up to him and was talking to him, and then all of a sudden the father walked up, and then the other brother walked up, and then they all pretty much grabbed him and dragged him out the door, and that's all you see.
And in the video, you just see Joey standing there?
Yes, that's all he's doing is standing there.
Does he turn? Does he move? He's just standing in a stationary position?
Yes.
Is he waving his arms wildly or doing anything crazy?
No.
He's just standing there.
Yes.
And what's he wearing?
Jeans and his vest.
Okay. So he's got a highwayman vest on.
Correct.
These guys know who the highwaymen are.
Correct. We've never had any issues in the bar before with anybody. We went there often. Everybody went there. I think it was Joey's first time being there.
And can you tell anything? Is the video show anything that would indicate that Joey did anything to provoke anyone?
No.
Okay. So it's clear that he was just standing there minding his own business.
Yes.
And then do you see them dragging him out in the video?
Correct.
And tell me about that. How many of them grab him, and what takes place, and what's Joey doing at that point?
It was the three of them, and then the one brother actually stayed in the bar. I think the father and the one brother dragged him outside, and then everybody was kind of fighting inside, and then everybody went outside.
Okay. All right. So you saw that happen, and then the video doesn't show what happened outside.
No. It does show them grabbing one of the other highwaymen and bringing him over to the bar and holding him on the ground.
Oh, okay.
And he's actually had shoulder surgery because of that.
And who is that?
His name is Chris.
Is Chris here?
No, he's
No?
not.
All right. So the police come, they leave. You guys go home, or did you stay and drink?
No, we went home.
Never to return.
No.
All right. And do you just immediately figure nothing's happened? It's just over? It's,
They started the fight.
yeah. Okay. So what happened when Tyler gets the phone call?
They called him. The chief of police, or whatever he is, asked him to come over to the police station to talk. My husband asked if he was going to be arrested. He said no. He was just going to ask him some questions. He called me at work. I left work early, and me and his mother went with him to the police station, and that's when they said that he was going to be arrested. We asked how much his bail was going to be, and before the judge even got there, the police officer told us it was going to be $20,000. Not sure how the cop gets to choose what the bail is, but that's what happened.
So it hadn't been arranged, so no judge is set.
As we were going out, leaving to go outside, the judge was coming in, and we were already told that his bail was going to be $20,000 cash.
So what did Tyler think at this point? What did he tell you he was thinking?
He couldn't believe why he was being arrested. We had no idea why he was being arrested.
He was told he wasn't going to be arrested.
Correct.
Were you there?
Yes.
What did you think?
I didn't understand it at all. They started the fight. They attacked Joey. If anybody should have been arrested, it should have been them.
Has the FBI or anybody else, senators, congressmen, seen the video?
Not that I'm aware of.
I know your father-in-law thinks that once you plead guilty, it's probably over. I'm not so sure of that. As a general rule, it is, but
Right.
Hope springs eternal. There's always a possibility of something. If people haven't seen the tape, when they see it and know what happened to the guys, are they going to be mad?
What do you mean?
Well, let's say my wife watches it, and she hears what happens to the guys, and then she watches the video. Is she going to be upset?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, we need to get people upset. There's a guy in Pennsylvania who may be able to help.
Okay.
He's got a video right now that he's done a little work with and put it up on YouTube, and at last count it had over 300,000 views. And people are up in arms, and they're trying to get something to happen favorable for a guy who had to take a plea deal too.
Right.
And he was beaten within an inch of his life. It's a horrible deal. All right, so you've been to see Tyler in the jail?
Yes.
Is it a deluxe facility over in Mohawk?
No, he's actually in Wyoming Correctional Facility that's attached to Attica.
All right, so that's Attica's a serious place. What's Wyoming like?
It's a medium security prison, but it's not nice at all.
So how often are you able to visit?
Right now, because he's coming home in 2 months, we go once a month because it's so expensive.
And is he mad? Is he looking forward to getting out? Is he the type of guy that'll put it behind him? Or
He's definitely looking forward to coming home, being with our son. He was 4 months old when he left. Obviously, he's worried about having a job because he's only had one. That's his main concern right now, is being able to find a job.
Has anybody talked to the folks at UPS?
I have. He is still part of the union, so they might be able to help him. Probably not back at UPS because he does have a felony. But they might be able to find him something. But because of the economy and there's so many people out of work, it might be a while.
Well, if you guys will give me permission, if he has a problem once he gets out and UPS won't take him back, then I'd like to try to get to somebody at UPS.
Great, thank you.
I happen to know somebody.
Okay.
So let's see if we can't get the powers that be at UPS to look at the video. How in the world could they look at the video and not take him back?
Right.
So hopefully they'll do the right thing.
Right.
Doesn't sound like you're too optimistic on that.
They did say if he didn't have to leave and then come back, he probably would have been able to keep his job, but because he had to leave, he'd have to reapply, and he's reapplying as a felon, so.
All right. Well, I would love to be involved in that if something needs to be done. We'll at least try. We'll at least put it in the hands of somebody. I used to, back when I had a real job, I worked for some pretty powerful people.
Okay.
Including Mitt Romney, who I hope nobody holds that against me. I'm not going to vote for him, and he probably won't do a thing for me. But I got to meet a lot of folks who were involved, and some were involved with UPS at the corporate level.
Okay.
Does your son get to go visiting?
He does,
Okay.
yes.
So they get to spend a little time? Are they allowed to touch?
Yes. They do have a play area, but he's not allowed over there with him. So.
What was your view of, I guess I would say in general, our government prior to this happening? Were you believe that they were all honest and tell the truth and do the right thing, or
no?
No. So this hasn't changed your opinion, or has it just made it worse?
It's made it worse.
What's your view of our constitutional rights in America? Do we have them?
No, we don't. And it all depends on who you know. Is pretty much how it works.
What would you say to people out there that have never had anything like this happen to them?
Nothing's fair. Don't think that it's going to be. Anything can happen. Me and my husband were only married for 3 months before this happened. So he spent 2 years of our marriage in prison. Which it's made us stronger, so.
Well, it's obvious that you have a great support group.
Yes.
Because I would probably have to guess that more often than not, if somebody had only been married 3 months, it might not have held together. But it's like you got a big family out here.
Right.
You couldn't go; they wouldn't let you go.
Right.
What else would you like to talk about?
I don't know.
Anybody you want to send a message to out there in Mohawk Land?
It just wasn't fair what happened. My son got screwed out of a father. For the first 2 years of his life. Wasn't fair to my husband or me.
So you got screwed out of a husband for the
Yes.
first 2 years of your marriage.
Right.
Are you mad?
Yeah, I'm mad.
Because I would be mad.
One of them rides by our house daily to get to the school. I don't like having to see the people. The other one lives in our village. The school teacher's a football coach. My son will never play football as long as he's at that school.
How long did you date Tyler before you guys got married?
3 years.
3 years. So you know him well.
Yes.
What do you think? How do you think he'll be able to handle this once he's out? He's going to be on probation for a period of time.
He'll be on parole for 3 years.
Is he a balancing scales kind of guy? Does he roll with the flow?
Yes, he follows rules to the T. He's we're just hoping that the people don't come back and try screwing him again while he's on parole, because that's the type of people that they are.
Well, probably be a good idea to get him a watch with a recorder on it or something.
Yes.
Press a little button and record everything that happens.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something.
Self-protection.
Yes.
From looking at the picture of him I saw earlier and then seeing the one on the wall in here, he looks like he's a whole lot stronger now.
He's always been a big lifter, but that's pretty much all you can do when you're in prison. So that's what he does.
Has he had any problems in the jail, or are people just smart enough to leave him alone?
They're smart enough to leave him alone.
And are he and Peeps together?
No, they're not allowed to be together.
Are they in the same facility? Or
No.
Facility?
No.
Where is
He's Eastern Correctional Facility.
Okay. All right. You got a big celebration planned when he gets out?
We do. My son turns 2 September 2nd. He comes home September 26th. So we'll have one big party.
Sounds great. All right. Anything else before I turn the camera on?
Nope, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.